Good night, good morning, and good evening to all Papua New Guineans. As being a Papua New Guinean, I just want to share my personal thought about one of our provinces, which has always been part of this country since 1975, or even before the birth of this country in 1975, and also contributed so much for this country, Bougainville. Because now they're calling for independence. Now they are calling to break away from Papua New Guinea. That is why their leaders fought aggressively hard in the parliament. And I personally and completely respect your decision, because it has even statistically showed back in 2021 that 97.7% of Bougainvillians voted for independence or voted to break away from Papua New Guinea. So some of us Papua New Guineans, we completely respect your decision and whatever reason you're standing on to break away from us. But I just want to clarify something that makes me feel daunted all the time. Like something that when I try to think and analyze, something that does not make sense for me. So I just want to put this in the social media for all of us to discuss. And first of all, the information that I'm about to share here are not from anybody or a documented fact from somebody or from any organization. It's entirely from me, from my just confusion. Okay, first of all, I don't think the conflict between Papua New Guinea government and the Bougainvillians are started by either of them, because we were not the only country that faced that kind of problem in the world. There are some countries in other parts of the world that have been through very, very similar kind of problem. See that at that time, back in 1980s and early 1990s, the only resource or the mining that the Papua New Guinea depended on was Pankuna gold mine. So either Pankuna landowners and government started this conflict, because before this conflict, if you see that the economy of Papua New Guinea was highly stable, and the currency value of Papua New Guinea was top in the region. And Google is telling you right now, when you see that $1 is equals to 60 Toya. A 60 Toya can buy $1 in 1981, which is completely unbelievable and unrealistic for some of us at this state right now. And our currency was even a bit stronger than Australian dollar at that time. So let's leave Papua New Guinea there. Let me take you to other parts of the world, and I want you to compare and think and analyze it. First country, I'll take you to Libya. Before the accession of Libya's president Gaddafi. When you ask Google, how successful was the economy of Libya before Gaddafi's death, the Google will tell you that Libya's economy was highly stable and the value of their currency was even higher than US dollar. It's like completely, you can see that right now. One Libyan dinar is equals to 3 to 4 US dollar. It's like 3 times higher than US dollar at that time. Now let me take you to Iraq. Before Saddam Hussein's death, before the killing of Saddam Hussein, the leader of Iraq, the economy of Iraq was at the high peak and highly stabilized. And the value of the currency of Iraq was even higher in the region. And the Iraq was the richest nation in the region. After Saddam Hussein and Gaddafi's fall, both countries collapsed. All the system in the country collapsed. And even the currency collapsed. The value of the currency. How did that happen? Firstly, you have to see that in Libya, before the Western countries involved in killing the leader of Libya, which was Gaddafi, there was already a rebel group in Libya who are opposing everything that Gaddafi did. A true government who really fought for the people by negating the Western influence. When you ask an ordinary citizen of Libya at that time, they will tell you at Gaddafi's era, the healthcare system in Libya was completely free. That is even including Iraq too. Education was completely free. And people went to Europe by government fund for hospitals. The living standard in Libya and Iraq was completely high standard. But before Western media categorized and criticized Gaddafi and Saddam Hussein as a dictator of democracy, there was already a rebel group within the country opposing Gaddafi and Saddam Hussein, who fought against them, providing a huge opportunity for Western countries to engage in and take out people whom they don't like. That was exactly what happened in the country. And if you want to know, there are some organizations in the world that their job is to manipulate people within a country with the intention